What is full array local dimming? Full array local dimming, you have to think of the television as a grid of squares. Each square is a light. So when an object moves around the screen, those different squares have to light up and follow it. So as you see in this example video by LG, the TV on the left, you see a moon moving around. And as the moon moves around, different squares of light basically follow it and light up so you can actually see the moon. And the other areas of the TV are switched off to keep it nice and black. So you get those really nice contrast ratios. You get a really deep black because there's no light being pushed from behind, and wherever there is light or an object, it is illuminated from the zones behind it. The issue is, and the primary weakness of full array local dimming TVs is, depending how many zones you have, if it's a low zone count, the bigger the squares get of zones. So for example, if you have a night sky with a single star and you need to illuminate that star, if you've got wide and large zones, just like here on my TV, this is an 85-inch panel. As you can see here, the zones are huge. So in order to light up that little white point moving around on the TV, massive zones need to be illuminated, which creates blooming. So that is blooming right there. In order to mitigate this, LED LCD TV manufacturers have increased the zone counts, so meaning they tightly pack smaller and smaller LED zones in there. So this is where we're moving into mini LED and in the future micro LED. So that's the main difference between full array local dimming TVs and OLED TVs. OLED TVs have no backlight. They can light their own pixels up one by one, so you will never get blooming on an OLED TV. So that is exactly what full array local dimming TV is. That's why it's good to understand how many zones your TV has. That way, when you're watching HDR content in the future, you get those really vibrant, distinct contrasts. However, one thing I will add is what its primary weakness is also its primary strength, where LED LCD TVs can get much brighter than OLED TVs. OLED TVs can suffer from burn-in because it is an organic light emitting diode, meaning it is perishable. So if you push it too hard, you can burn in those pixels, and that's what everyone is worried about with OLEDs. Whereas an LED LCD TV, there's no such thing as burn-in. You cannot burn those pixels in, and so even though you will get more blooming because they are artificial, you can crank the brightness up and you can get much brighter. So closing the gap is kind of the objective of what both manufacturers are trying to do. OLEDs are trying to get brighter while mitigating burn-in, and LED LCD TVs are trying to increase the zone count to make it more comparable to an OLED TV. I hope this information has helped. If you like this content, please let me know in the comments.